Why men's ministry?
Yeah, I think the thing is because, and I didn't really have the words for this early on, in my teenage years, but most men's ministry is just women's ministry for men. And so they take what works for women's ministry, which is here's the book and we're all going to sit in the same room and we're all going to read this book. And then we're going to go around and say what work's been like. And oh my gosh, what our crazy kids are doing.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to move on after we've sipped our coffee.
Right.
And it's just like, that's great for a certain segment of the population, a feminine segment of the population. Sure. But the thing about men is men connect shoulder to shoulder before they connect eyeball to eyeball. Women just connect eyeball to eyeball and stay that way. They love doing things in a circle, whereas we like doing things shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And so I felt like most of the men's ministries that I was familiar with, most of the men's ministries that I was involved with, some of the men's ministries I even helped start, everything like the be all end all of their ministry was to get guys into a small group. And I was like, is that really the call to get everybody into a small group? And to a degree, I encourage people to do that. We call it a foxhole, but it's like, no, you're assigning men to a group. Like, that's not how groups form.
Right.
Typically, like, you're not doing anything. You're not developing each other. You're not doing anything difficult or accomplishing a goal.
Right.
You're just hanging out. You're just in a circle together with a bunch of dudes that wouldn't be there for you at 3:00 in the morning. And you had a body that you needed to bury.
Right.
And so that's kind of where a lot of our philosophies and a lot of things that we're doing kind of go into. But that's kind of the core thing is there's such a faulty idea as to what men's ministry is. And churches are the worst at it because they think men's programming is men's ministry. Right. So they think if once a year they do a chili cook-off for the men or, a 6 a.m. Saturday morning prayer breakfast with, a retired Navy SEAL who used to chase women and beat up guys at bars, but now he's saved. They think that's good enough.
Right.
It's like, that's programming. That's fine. That's good. I'll go hang out, but that's not ministry.
Right.
You haven't made your church man friendly by doing that. And then you're shocked every year when the number of men in your church continues to go down. When every time you have a run for volunteers or something like that, 75% of them are women. You're shocked when you see women that are married coming to church with their children and their husbands aren't there. You're like, well, I just don't really know what's going on. It's because your church isn't man friendly. It doesn't have anything to do with how crappy your programs are.
Right.
That's not repelling them. Your church is.